Dear Mother, I hope this letter finds you well. Life in the trenches is hell. Every day I witness unimaginable horrors that I wish I could forget. Recently we were engaged in a fierce battle at Châtillon-sur-Marne. The sound of bombs exploding, the constant gunfire and the screams of wounded soldiers still haunt me. The sight of so much bloodshed and death is enough to make any man sick. I've seen so many of my comrades fall, and I wonder when my time will come. The conditions in the trenches are unbearable. The mud is knee-deep and the rats are everywhere. We sleep in the mud and we're constantly wet and cold. Our clothes are damp and infested with lice. We're lucky if we get a hot meal once a week. The trench foot is rampant, and many of my fellow soldiers have lost toes or even their entire foot due to infection. I miss home terribly, and I long to see your face again. I dream of a life where I don't have to worry about the constant threat of death, where I can sleep in a warm bed and eat a good meal. Sometimes I wonder if this war is even worth it, if all the death and the destruction is worth the cause that we're fighting for. But I try not to dwell on these thoughts, as they only bring me down. Please take care of yourself and my family. Know that I am thinking of you always. Your loving son, Heinrich.
Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome to the second episode of the Great War Western Front. I'm playing as Germany. It's 1914, almost 1915, and we've kind of grind to a halt in our attempt to start our assault on Paris. Right now, the weather is awful, there's blizzards about, and this is going to make visibility really bad, as I have seen in the previous battle, which was around Viale to Châtillon-sur-Marne. Both of these regions have flames on them, as you can see, and this means that recent battles have taken place. Now, the guys over here are going to be locked, so I cannot use them to attack again, but if you bring in more troops to this particular area, you can. What I want to do now is start to spend a bit of money to get another field hospital going over here in Péronne, because it's more of a strategic position, I feel, and with this it's going to be cheaper to start getting additional troops back in. Having the field hospital in, let's see, can I show it? No, I can only upgrade it. The field hospital makes resupplying your guys cheaper, so you don't spend as much cash. I also want to start buying a few more units of supply, because I feel like I'm going to need that. But it's only 150 national supply for 500. So it is expensive to do this, and I probably shouldn't be doing it that much. Now, my objective is to completely eliminate the French and the British. You can kill off the British by taking Calais. You can kill off the French by taking Paris, which of course they're going to do their level best to defend. As for the majority of my troops, I don't have a whole lot of troops available anywhere. You can see that Ghent, Oudenaarde, Lille, Péronne, Noyon. There's not a whole lot of chips in here. This is 3 groups, this is 2, this is 3, we got 2, and we got another 2. So in this situation, I don't want to push here. I want to push here. I pushed all of my forces from Kreuznach into Metz. And the guys over here, unfortunately, have just arrived. So that's why all of these groups are locked. They're a mix of German conscripts and their German elite infantry, also coming with their own artillery groups. Right now, I don't feel like I can really attack anywhere. Yes, maybe this 3-2 is gonna work, or this 3-1, but they can pretty quickly reinforce this. So right now, I'm just gonna end the turn, and I'm gonna let the AI take their part of the turn and see what they decide to do and where they decide to attack. There we go, January 1915, I get 1 more research point, and we get 1,000 gold reserves. So apparently the French didn't actually attack anywhere. That's interesting. I now need to demoralize the British. By doing that, I can get another 400 gold reserves. It's going to take 5 turns, however, so I have time to defeat 10 British companies. I don't have to do that right this turn. As for research, let's see what else I can get. I only have 1 research point, so I probably got to be a bit careful with it. The storage tent could be useful, and the intel is definitely useful, because it's going to show you exactly what sort of force composition is in that particular area. Also, hand grenades. Grenade attacks for standard infantry is useful. I can unlock fighter wings for purchase in strategic purchase menu. It grants 2 free air wings. A fighter strafe is useful. It's also really expensive. So in that case, be aware that you're going to be buying, potentially with research, a unit or an ability that's really expensive. No, I'm going to do a bit more defensive warfare first. I can go for long-range explosives, which is going to give me mortars, or stat boost to machine guns, or wire defenses. Unlock barbed wire for purchase in field commander battles. What would World War I be if it wasn't for barbed wire? Now, Verdun over here is quite a strong position. So in that sense, there might only be 4 cores in here, and I can attack with a lot of them. But I'm going to try and just ignore Verdun and push into Bar-le-Duc. The reason for this is that I can eventually, hopefully, isolate Verdun and thereby make it an island, and eventually it's going to surrender. That's the plan. Now, I don't want to move all the units. That would be probably bad form. So we're going to take 12 of these units. It's going to likely be a stalemate, even though I have a ton of units and they only have 3 cores. But nevertheless, we're going to do this battle. I want to see what the French have. The battle line is different every time that you fight on it. But if you fight on the same map twice, then the trenches remain. The trenches persist between battles, and I really like that. Because that means that potentially you're going to be fighting in your own trenches in one battle. And if you make progress in that fight, you're going to be taking the other side's battles, or the other side's trenches from them. And as such, you gain some terrain and you gain some free trenches. The other way is also quite possible. Alright, we got our HQ. This river, I don't believe gives you any buff or debuff. I imagine that in the situation where it's actually not frozen, it could slow your infantry down. But right now, I don't know. Now, as I've seen previous, weather balloons can be useful, but they can also be really freaking quick to get destroyed. So, I'm going to get an observation balloon, but this time around, behind my own lines. Or, well, let's say if I put it over here and just defend it with a bunch of trenches, that should be fine. And that way I can see Bravo. My objective, I don't quite like it there, I want to move it up 1 notch. There. I want to defend the other side. I want to defend Alpha. So I want to have ability to spot from here. And I want to defend... Oh, sorry, X-ray. X-ray and Yankee, of course. So this is the side where I'm going to place some trenches down. Let's go with a couple of improved firing trenches. I can go as far as this line. So let's just put a couple of trenches down. I want to have a communications trench like so. This way I can fall back if I absolutely have to. I also want to have a couple of guys in there. Now I have conscripts, barely trained men, does less damage and breaks sooner than standard companies. They can use grenades against emplacements nearby deaths, cause morale loss. So definitely not a really good unit to attack with, but they're cheap. Really, really, really cheap. So in that case, you can use them just as fodder. And I think using them as a defensive unit might make more sense. So I'm going to put double infantry in these trenches, so that if one of them gets knocked out, the other one takes over. And you can swap these around as you see fit. As for further defenses, I want to have a barbed wire line here. Barbed wire also costs you 10. There. And, of course, I can put a machine gun to make sure that it's going to be even more difficult for them to push here. Where should I attach that? Here. And maybe another one there. But I have a pretty wide line that I would like to defend. So let's set up a couple of basic trenches to ensure that I don't lose terrain. And again, I'm going to crew these with a couple of standard guys. So 1, 1. That it means if somebody starts pushing on it, I'll at least get alerted, and I can potentially tend to it. This side, they could try and make an attack on Y, on Yankee position. So I'm going to deter them, or at least hopefully do so. Actually, if I invert these, like so, this is where you can make some pretty elaborate structures depending on how you want it. Because if you so desire, you could put a machine gun here and have 2 infantry units here. So anything that approaches from this side is going to be really, really dead really, really quick. Or at least such is your hope. I also have a ton of supplies this time because I have a lot of units in the area. So I can be a bit more liberal with field artillery and potentially machine guns. Let's make sure I put some guys in here. I don't want that machine gun over there actually, but I would like one. Just not on the ice. It's a bit of a problem. I'm going to put the machine gun there so that it starts to punish any unit that tries to push over the ice. And here, I want another trench. And I want a comms trench like that. So again, let's go with a couple of guys in here. And when it comes to the attack, I'll probably need a decent amount of supply. And I'll need some artillery to back them up. Heavy field artillery is suppressing a larger area. This one is more suppression over damage. So this one doesn't do as much damage, this one does. If you need something gone, like a trench position or potentially something like a machine gun, this is how you do it. So I'm going to take 2 of those batteries. And they're mostly going to be covering the majority of the map. So they can assist me in my attack on Bravo. And hopefully defend if I'm coming under fire from Alpha. But I don't know about that yet. Now the trenches here, I also want to have a bit more of them. Let's make this a bit of a fortress. And considering that trenches are fairly cheap, you can build a whole bunch of them. No, I need to move them one more. Let's see, one like this, this, and then this. Again, crew them with the cheap guys. And don't discount that these guys can still do a substantial amount of damage. You don't strictly have to use machine guns everywhere, although they are extremely deadly. They're really, really deadly. Let's see. A machine gun over here would back everything up quite nicely. Yeah, like that. I believe that these guys will fire over their own infantry, but I can't be too sure. So in that situation, I have to be a little bit careful. Now, when it comes to regular troops, I can only put them in trenches. I don't want to do that, so for now I'm just going to hold. I have 120 elite infantry units that I can call in and 140 standards. The standards are cheaper. These guys use rifle for standard combat, grenades. They do higher damage and they have high resilience. So definitely more useful for attacking, also more expensive. Okay. Let's, for good measure, make sure that we have something defending this side here. Because this is my command trench, and I generally don't want them to capture that. So let's do it like so, and put another couple of guys in here. And the rest, the 1300, I'm going to hold. Oh crap, I have a command cap that's too high. I can only have 30 active companies at any one time. So by pushing this many in, I'm making it very difficult to actually have enough to start pushing somewhere. That's not ideal. So I'm going to... Whoops, I wasn't supposed to remove that trench. I'm going to single these guys instead of double stacking them. And now I have 15 out of 30. Okay, begin the battle. So that's the pre-battle setup. Time for some actual fighting. Time for the attack. First, however, I want to see what they have. And I want to see what they can spot. Or rather, what I can spot from here. I don't believe there's a blizzard on. Yeah, see, they also have one of these weather balloons, but it's currently... There we go, now they just launched it. They got a couple of guys in here, and they're looking like they're going on the offensive. So let's give them a warm welcome. And get a couple of guys in here. Because it looks like it's about to be a party. Where are you guys all going? Get the already involved. He's also cost me 9. Eventually you're going to be able to do a gas attack or an air burst. But I don't have any like that researched yet. Guesstimating the position here. You do get a warning. So they should be aware that they're coming under artillery fire. Is that going to help them? Maybe. By the looks of it. Not so much. Let's also get the other artillery group to fire. And they don't have that much defending the place right now. So the next artillery barrage is going to go onto that machine gun nest. And probably on the weather balloon, so they cannot be actually that good at spotting my forces. Okay, you move there. I'm not too sure where they're going, but I suspect here. So let's start crewing these trenches. This one, this one. Oh crap, I deleted the whole trench when I was clearing up my forces. That's the problem. Oh, now there's counter-artillery. They're starting to deal substantial damage to my machine gun nest. But they're also losing some units. That's one. Guys, I'm not so sure what trench to put you in, to be honest. Let's go over here and start to spot them, ideally. Alright, artillery barrage. We're going to start to wipe out the machine gun nest and the weather balloon, ideally, so they can't see me. There's another 2 machine gun nests there, so I have to defeat these first before I have any hope of actually capturing these trenches. And this is why these weather balloons can be so valuable. Oh. Run. There's a lot of Frenchies coming this way. But this is when the barbed wire should hold them back. Yeah, you can see they're getting stuck. It's slowing them down. And my guys are just mowing them down. They might be attacking with a bunch of groups. But I don't think that they stand a whole lot of chance here. Come on, you better be quick about it if you want to still shoot these guys. Because now they're going to be visiting your trench. Over here, this is my cheap infantry. And this machine gun is also coming under fire. Okay, we're going to have to hit this machine gun spot again. And I want another, let's say, 2 groups in here. You, go make yourself useful. This group is definitely not going to win it. So it's going to have to be down to you. I lost a machine gun nest. They're about to lose theirs. And over here, they're pushing out with one of the groups that they used to push in with, or that was defending their trench. So that's progress. Okay, we got 2 more guys coming in. Machine gun destroyed. Excellent. Progress. They don't have a whole lot of supplies left. Here comes another group. They're probably not going to make it beyond the barbed wire. Okay, they did make it beyond the barbed wire. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. I wasn't actually expecting these guys to make it past the barbed wire, but it looks like nobody's going to make it home tonight. This is such a brutal conflict. Such a brutal conflict. Okay, we're going to hit these guys with arty. I'm going to play it a bit slowly now. I mean, I'm playing it on fast speed, but slow in the sense that I want to make sure that I have the right troops for the right situation. Just hit them with artillery a bit, because I have a ton of supplies. I can afford it. You are going to have to help out here. Because I'm not so sure if these guys are going to hold out for too much longer. Okay, we're holding here. They're definitely determined to go this way. Not so sure why. Hit that machine gun nest again. These guys are gone. This group isn't doing too hot. But they just... well, they just made it through. That's another plus 20. Very good. Let's get you guys reinforcements. And then I'm going to push you out. Okay. Next. This one. This machine gun is suppressed, but you need it fully killed before you can actually push into it. Or you use smoke. That's another option. You push in with smoke, and then you take over the position. Alright, so you guys can now leave, and you guys can take over the trench. We're almost done with these machine gun pits. But you can see that even with heavy artillery, it just takes a while before they actually get destroyed. Keep focusing. Holy moly! What is this then? Give me a couple of elites. But considering that they're just on this position, I won't exactly be able to do that. Bloody hell, there's a lot of them. Hit this, please. Oh crap, they can't shoot that far. They don't have field of fire. This is problematic. You. I'd say get in the trench, but I'm not so sure that's going to be a good idea. Fall back. You guys are just being wasted right now, so let's go and take this trench, provided it's looking the right way. They're definitely making a big push here. Alright, let's continue our assault. Because I just need to hit this once more, maybe twice, in order to deal the damage that I need. Come on, boys. Defend that position. Make them pay for it. I want to wipe out one of these groups entirely. Just so they don't push in. This one. Don't move from the trench. Just destroy that company. You. Attack. That machine gun pit is going to be on the destruction. There we go. Now it's man to man. But it looks like my elite guys might win that. Holy shit, there's a lot more. Okay. I can pause the game, so let's do that. Let's send in a couple of cheapies to go here. I know they're not great for attacking, but at least they're dirt cheap. And that way, I might be able to take the B position. And the rest of the guys, well, defend this place as best you can. Can I still use my artillery on this position, or... no, they're just outside of it. Crap. You, fall back. Get another elite one in. Oh, they're pushing from trench to trench. Come on, gentlemen. Work for it. Yeah, they might be in the middle here, but they're not exactly well defended. So they're taking a ton of losses. Yeah, they're gone. Take the next trench. Push these guys out. Over here we're coming under some decent fire, but it's time to go on the counteroffensive anyway. You. Take this trench. Or destroy that, if you so can. Oh crap, there's still a machine gun active. Oh, that is really bad news. I had completely missed that one. Come on, destroy that. Their weather balloon's down. That's good. But with that machine gun nest in existence, I'm not making progress there, that's for sure. Okay, take this trench back. Take this trench. Machine gun's almost down. trench is built the wrong way. For me, anyway. So I'm not going to be able to use the trench against the machine gun. Sadly. What, there's more Frenchies? Bloody hell. Get the reinforcements in here, because we're just holding this point with one group now. I'm not even sure if they're looking the right way. I mean, we got the elite infantry. I'm not sure if it's enough. Come on, clean up that machine gun nest. I want to take this position. Yeah, we're going to defeat one more company. It's just that the guys over here are going to take a while to get to the position where I need them. And over here, I'm not sure if these cheapies are going to be very useful. There, we got them. Okay, so the machine gun's been destroyed. And this also means that they cannot bring in any further units from this side. Doesn't mean they won't try. So now I have to use this line to the best of my ability. Because they're going to try and take it back. They won't easily part ways with this particular area. You're going to lose. Okay. Yep, they're once again capturing it. Get in there. Bloody hell, how many guys do these French have? A lot is the answer. Okay, we got B positioned, or B secured. That's gonna give me 800 points. And this is gonna get fucking messy. So I only have 2 units. And the sandbags here, I'm not even sure if they're positioned the right way. I'm going to assume that they are. So that one group can fire from here and the other group can fire from the different angle. You're heavily engaged and you're basically dead. Okay. So now I should be able to push in with additional troops from here. The issue is I can't see anything, so I'm going to use these cheap-ass guys to start scouting out. I want you to fall back. Let's get a couple of standards to start scouting out the place. This is going to be man-to-man. I need you guys to get in here. Because without this, this group is gone. The reinforcements are here. That's the elites. Continue scouting, please. Not sure if this is going to be heavily defended or not. If it's a machine gun, can I hit it? No, it's going to be out of range. Whoa, calm down. Oh, no, 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 thank you. You, take this trench. You, get in here. And you, also get in here. This place is just deserted. That's their command trench. Oh, it's their artillery. You guys might be cheap, but you're still useful. Over here, the last of the French are getting mopped up. Well, you'd think so, but you'd be wrong. They can't have many reserves left, yeah. Oh crap, machine gun. That's a really weird position for it. Come on then. Have at it. These elites are really good. Definitely doing more damage. The French are constantly trying to push back on this position, but I just keep holding on to it. Excellent. Okay. So, let's see. Do they want to keep pushing me, or is this it? Because they don't have a lot left. You're coming under arty attack again. Once this artillery barrage is over, I'm going to pull them back and cycle them. Just get a new group in here. You guys take this. The position is bad. The trenches are looking the wrong way, from my perspective. But it's the only thing I have. Okay, you're going to take this trench next. You're going to push back to there. They They lost so many men here. It wasn't pretty for me either, but I feel like they lost more. Hold back. Also, my barbed wire is, well, mostly defunct. If even present. You're gonna take this trench, you're gonna take that trench. You and you, let's go. Let's see what I can still take from them. Oh, snap. Snap, that's a machine gun nest or two. Pull back. You can't hit that. Okay, in that case we're just gonna hold position. And I'm gonna wait and see if the French want to play some more. But I don't think so. So they have machine gun nest there and there. No, that's not really a great place to come in from. Whatever. Is there any way to bypass these machine gun nests? The AI is probably smart enough to also have a machine gun nest there. Or something devious like that. So actually bypassing these two. This one's looking this way, this one's looking that way. They cannot rotate. But if they got even just one machine gun nest over there, this is going to be a problem. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Big counterattack. Problem is, like they're saying, they're gonna come too spade to the party. They won't get here in time. Holy crap, is this the last final ditch effort or something? You, pull back. Back, 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 back. The arty barrage is doing something against these masses of troops. This is definitely not going to win it. Yeah, they're going to take their position back. But it's going to come at some expense. It is going to come at some expense to them. They're recapturing the position. That's not what I wanted them to do. At all. Hold. We're going to have to make them bleed first. There's a bunch of Frenchies in these woods. Yep. They're definitely getting some sort of sneak attack in on me. Get back. Yeah, best get into a trench. Mop up these guys. Get the arty firing again. Make it hurt. As much as possible. Especially the guys outside the trench are going to take the worst of it. Damn it. Maybe I'm just not being aggressive enough. Maybe I'm not willing enough to lose a whole bunch of troops. That might be it. Maybe I'm just too cautious with my units. Should have bought more artillery, really. It's an arty game. Look at that. These guys are mostly wounded. Some of them bad. I'm gonna take this forest from them. We're gonna start spending some shit. There. One more and I'm maxed out. The problem is, elite infantry, as good as they are not immortal. Far from it. So it's entirely possible that I'm still going to get wiped. I don't know where they're going. Use the forest. Here comes my mass of troops. Pushing into these woods is an absolute death trap for them. Just as much as it was for me just to bypass the place. There's another one down. This company's pulling back, but we're not letting them. Okay, I'm gonna have to start spreading my forces around in order not to get them all murdered by one arty barrage. I want that position back. I had a cheapy group here that I was going to use to scout around the machine gun pit, but I got a bit distracted. Okay, so we're going to get B back. That's progress. And I only need to hold on for 2.5 more minutes. Progress. Definitely progress. Oh, we're getting hit with Artie again. Surprise, surprise. There's another one of the weather balloons. No wonder they can keep seeing what I'm doing. They spent a lot on reconnaissance. And there's a machine gun nest, but it's looking the wrong way. So is that one. That's interesting. Okay. Can you hit that? Can. Okay, we're gonna destroy that thing. We're gonna destroy that thing, if we can. Because maybe, in 2 minutes, I can still capture this position. The only challenge is, I don't exactly know how many more Frenchies are gonna be coming my way. What are you gentlemen doing? Why are you not actually trying to kill that machine gun? Thank you. So now I should be able to sneak up on this machine gun as well. There goes their balloon. Take this one. Well, I'm not going to say these poor machine guns, but these machine guns are now pretty poorly positioned. And can't actually do much. Gone. Yeah, I should be able to take this position in 2 minutes. Even with the cheap-ass recon, or with the cheap-ass... Oh, crap. Oh, crap. With the cheap-ass standard infantry. The conscripts. So this thing had a bit more field of fire than I would like. So you get elected to die first. Come on, boys. Thank you. Kill it. Because this also will cost them points. Yeah, 1 minute 22. The time stops when something's being captured. Oh, we're getting some damage in on this machine gun. Excellent. Done. Okay, boys. Well done. Wasn't expecting that you'd be able to pull this off, but you have. So now, let's get the rest involved. And ensure that position A maintains mine. A captured. Boom. All control point are ours. Excellent. So now, I don't think that they can do much. They might still have machine gun nests here somewhere. They got those artillery units. Where was the machine gun nest? Somewhere back there. I'm not going to try and seek it out. I'm perfectly happy with the way things stand right now. And I want to hold on to these positions as I have them. So this is good enough. Problem is, once again, the trench is looking the wrong way. Always the sandbag wall is the side that you're actually trying to engage. So in this case, my trenches, my newly acquired trenches are looking the wrong way. Ceasefire. Battles in this war are not won by inches, but... are won by inches, not by miles. Yeah. Considering that. Okay. That was a good victory. I lost 11,000 infantry. I think. No. Oh, you gotta read this the other way around. I made 11,000 casualties with the Allies. Whereas they killed about 6,500. So they lost almost twice as much. And they get a base defender score, but I definitely got a lot more victory points than they did. See battle detail. yeah, you can see just exactly how much you have lost and how many guys have been lost by the Allies. They lost a lot of companies, and apparently they still had some left. And they too had heavy field artillery, like myself. So, that is just the first battle for this territory. Because these things had more than one star, and Bar-le-Duc is not going to go down with one fight. We'll have to return. We'll have to hit them again, and again, and again, and again, until no stars are left on the map. And when that is done, you can actually take the territory for yourself. It also means that I gained a bit of national will, and they lost some. If this gets reduced to 0, your population basically goes, this war is bullshit, we can't win this. So in this situation, national will is very, very, very important. Now, all the guys in Bar-le-Duc have fought, all the guys in Metz have fought. And, well, basically now it's waiting to see what the Allies are going to do. We'll see about that in the next episode. For now, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for the next one.